Okay, let's start this with class. Last week, I already give you the history about the clinical decision support. This week, we were talking some real case. We were talking about some development in Reagan Street. And at the beginning, I want to give you some different flavor about the medical informatics. Here, I want to give you the idea about the ICD-10. We all know that in the hospital, when we see the patient after the prescription, and we need to give the ICD code for the each patient. And here you can see this common disease for the patient. You can try to open the Google and try to find the ICD-10 hypertension, and also find the low back pain and the GBM. You can see that there are many different kind of ICD-10. And the following class, we will follow this topic. I can give you the idea about the standardization terminology for ICD-10. But I would just want to give you the example that it's not very straightforward to um, give the ICD 10 for the disease. That will cause a lot of problem. The later class, we will talk about this detail. Another thing I want to cover is recently there's a big news that the 科技部, the toughest development of the scientist council, that they just announced the guideline for artificial intelligence. They they list three goals. The first one is human-centered value, and the sustainable development, and diversity and inclusion. Here's I will hyperlink for the guideline. So if you are interested, you can take a look at about the guideline. And they also list the 8 tasks for the AI, and I put it here. You can take a look. The first one is the common good and well-being, and second is fairness and the non-discrimination. So here I give you the example that when the Google photo at the very beginning, they released a facial recognition and also recognize the semantic of the picture. So you can see this, this a woman with black skin, then the Google photo recognizes it's a gorilla. So we can see that we have to be careful about using AI. So otherwise, in this case, when we treating the human, then it have some problem, then this not very good. So let's talk about the fairness and non-discrimination. And autonomy and control. I think we already talked about the Tesla, the autopiloting a lot. So the auto driving, how to make it safe is very important. And the safety, I think, we are going to use AI to treat patient and the human being. Then I think the safety is the most important thing overall. And the privacy and the data governance. I think we already know that the privacy and the patient data is very important. And transparency and the traceability. For this, I think is more related to the correctness, because we can imagine that if in the future there are something wrong in the AI, then it could be a trouble that um, the manufacturer of the AI, they cannot provide how they make it. Then the judge, or we cannot we cannot evaluate whether the AI is truly made wrong or just the problem of patient itself. So the transparency and the traceability about the AI development is like the food. We have the FDA sort of thing. So um, for this, uh, for the quality check issue for the AI, I think the transparency and the traceability is very important. And explainability, I think the CNN or neural network, um, the main issue for that is it is a black box. It cannot be explained. So for we all know that for the clinical setting, um, how to explain the rationale is important. So that's the bottleneck of the AI development in the medicine, because if you use the black box, then it's hard to explain. Then um, for some reason that if something is black box, then that's imply it's unpredictable and unexplainable. That will cause the trouble when we try to make sure the safety issue. Okay, so that's another trend that about many new algorithm developing is address this issue. And accountability and communication. So here the social welfare, we need to have a good accountability and communication. Okay.